is flat.
Hey, sir. His brother.
Round like ball. White man live all side. Tell me, why men on bottom not fall off?
Never been there. Maybe they do.
I have experience So there's this lake, you know, and next to my village, and I used to.
TV 9000, thank you. That stuff is flat.
No one is entirely sure what liquid black is or where it comes from, but it consistently makes the tastiest sodas known to man.
You still have a few minutes before your show begins, sir.
Know that the Earth is flat. I've been reading a lot of forums, and I'm kind of on board. Flat Earth.
Priceless. This you're looking at now is the roundest object in the world.
How can you say for sure that it's the roundest object? I mean, the Earth is pretty round, isn't it?
If this was the Earth?
If this were the Earth, the highest mountain and the lowest valley would be...
about 14 meters apart.
That is shocking.
There was a secondary satellite that was an optional objective that was not part of the primary mission. But as I said, if you was not successful,
The Department of Defense wants final say. So every item's checked by these two guys in here. Guys, I'd like to meet our new DJ, Adrian Cronow.
With a new scheduler, you can share your calendar availability so others can easily book
of people's research, all leaning in the same direction, all pointing to the same consequences. That's what we have with climate change as induced by human conduct. This is a known...
Bit more. You know I'm free now, baby.
Correspondence. If you want to find the 3% of the... That is simply irresponsible. Abraham Lincoln, simply irresponsible. And the day two politicians are arguing about whether science is true, it means nothing gets done. Nothing. It's the beginning of the end of informed democracy, as I've said many times. What I'd rather happen is you recognize what is scientifically truth, then you have your political debate.
The price tag and take the cash back. Just seems like everybody's got a price.
Introducing
I wonder how they sleep at night. Price tag. It's not about the money.
That's all, Mark.
Oh, look at the stretch that thing rolling out there. There you go, boys. The authentic single stretcher found finally. Proving all you guys wrong. It does exist.
along with the flat Earth.
Introducing
You're fired! Don't!
housing as well, building, at the waterfront. We had a discussion the other night about the condos going to be there, so more kind of high-end housing, but, the doctors need housing as well.
So what are we doing? The medley. What medley?
This is the kind of music you should be listening to.
Okay. That were very involved in those early days. You had the biggest industries in this country, the biggest manufacturing industries like the aluminum industry, the steel industry, the nuclear industry, who all had serious fluoride pollution problems.
Okay.
Because they were emitting a lot of fluoride into the air, into the water, and polluting downwind and downstream communities. To determine the potential for fluoridation chemicals to cause neurotoxic effects. So let me ask you, has NSF taken any steps to determine the potential for fluoridation chemicals to cause neurotoxic effects?
No.
Does NSF have any position on whether fluoridation chemicals can cause neurotoxic effects?
Since we have not conducted our own risk assessment on the fluoridation chemicals, we do not have a position on whether they are able to cause neurotoxic effects.
Okay. Has NSF taken any steps to determine the upper tolerable daily dose of fluoride that will not cause neurotoxic effects in humans?
We have not.
Does the NSF have a position on what the upper tolerable daily dose of fluoride that will not cause neurotoxic effects is?
Since we have not conducted risk assessments on any of the fluoridation chemicals, we do not have a position on the daily dose that would be appropriate to prevent or to reduce the risk for neurotoxic effects from fluoride exposure.
.org or Fluoride Action Network's website, you will find all the information as to how you can go access the Zoom trial. But I really think this is an incredible educational opportunity for people to hear what the scientists at this highest level are saying about this issue of fluoride in the brain. They're going to hear from the best experts on the independent scientists who are raising concerns, and they're going to hear from the government's people. So they're going to hear the back and forth, and I think it will be a great educational process.
Thank you for making that all happen, Michael, and thank you for taking the time to come out here to Texas, bring us.
You've got to start selling this for more than $1 a bag. We lost 4 more men on this expedition. If you can think of a better way to get ice, I'd like to hear it.
Alright guys, today we're outside and it's feeling something or another in February. And we're discussing how I got to Flat Earth. And why I now think the Earth is flat. How did I get here? Well, like I told you in the last video, and it goes into some pretty crazy shit, like reptiles and all sorts. I'm not saying that you should go into truthism.com and believe everything you read, I'm just explaining how I got to where I got to. So that then started a journey that began in September, October. And for 3 months I was researching conspiracies. I was a conspiracy theorist, as they like to call us, but reality, not really theories. That phrase has a lot of negative connotations, but anyway. So, by the time I got to Flat Earth, I'll just give you a small indication of the amount of conspiracy theories I've looked into. Here's a quick list. And there's many more, but here's a quick list. Fluoride, GMOs, vaccines, chemtrails, 9/11, Sandy Hook, Boston bombings, parasites, missing flights, Illuminati, Bilderbergers, Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, CFR, Toledo Commission, Freemason, Satanists, Talmudic Jews, Federal Reserve, Rothschilds, the Bloodlines, NWO, or New World Order, NASA, controlled opposition, war on drugs, war on terror, evolution, Big Bang Theory, depopulation, the origins of viruses and diseases. This is a very short summation of the amount of conspiracies I've looked into. So, when I see in my recommended on the right page, you see on the recommended side, after 3 months of looking into conspiracies, I see a whole Flat Earth. And I remember pulling to my fiance who was in the other room doing work, because she's a primary school teacher, so she was doing her primary school teacher stuff. And grade 12 as well. I remember saying to her, she's on the same page as me on a lot of this stuff, so I remember saying to her, this video on flat Earth, what do you think? And she said, just the most nonchalant way you would have thought. She just said, wouldn't surprise me. And that was it. She just called from the other room, wouldn't surprise me. And that's kind of where I was at. Alright? It wasn't that I was a flat earther from the very beginning, I'm not going to say that. But I was open to it because of the sheer amount of conspiracy that's turned out to be true. So that's how I got onto flat earth. Saw a video I recommended after 3 months of research. And I'm still trying to debunk it. And I sort of approach it from 4 different ways. I tried to prove the globe, I tried to disprove the globe, or debunk the globe. I tried to prove flat earth, and I tried to debunk flat earth. So I'm always trying from 4 different sides, and I still haven't really fully made up my mind yet, because we're constantly learning new things, we're constantly being given new information. If you don't want to be a victim of cognitive dissonance, you've got to be willing to look at data, to look at new information, to look at new truths, and see how they fit into your existing belief system. Now, if they go completely against your belief system, you may have to reevaluate your belief system together, like me, as an atheist.
How do they know that? How do they have that much information? What else?
Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief. Flat with fully flat.
Flat? But the truth of the matter is whether the Earth is flat.
Group. Did you see Interstellar? They talk about a globe, say it's science, but I disagree. Let me break it down to some math and some physics and let it be. Einstein's equations, they claim it's all so true, but when I do the math, it doesn't add up. Gravity, they say, pulls us toward the center mass. But if Earth is spinning ball, then explain the flatness of my glass. I'm spitting facts, not fiction. I'm using logic, can't you see? Globe science, you're a fraud, you can't fool me. I'm dissing the globe, breaking free from the chains, using math and physics to expose your claims. No curvature in sight, no spinning through space. Globe science, you're a joke, a cosmic disgrace. They talk about the curve 8 inches per mile squared, but I look at the horizon, it's flat, man, I'm not scared. They say ships disappear bottom up, oh what a lie. Zoom in with the telescope, there they are, oh my. Rotation at 1,000 miles per hour, they say. They say that we don't feel a thing, but if that were true, we'd be all like a human sling. I'm using physics, I'm using math, to expose the globe's lies. Globe science, you're a hoax, you can't hypnotize. I'm dissing the globe, breaking free from the chain, using math and physics to expose your claims. No curvature in sight, no spinning through space. Globe science, you're a joke, a cosmic disgrace. They say it's gravity that holds us to the ground, but if that were the case, we'd be all spinning around. Centrifuge force pulling us away. Globe science, your lies won't make me sway. Einstein's theory of relativity, they throw it in my face. But if I question their so-called proofs, I'm not in that race. I stand grounded on solid ground, with physics on my guide. Globe science, you're a fraud, it's time to step aside. I'm dissing the globe, breaking free from the chains, using math and physics to expose your claims. No curvature in sight, no spinning through space. Globe science, you're a joke, a cosmic disgrace. So there you have it, my rhyme filled with disdain. Using math and physics to break your globe chain. I'm standing firm on this flat earth, you see. Globe science, you're debunked, it's just reality.
One day, that's what I would call being on the ball.
I was put here by...
so irresponsible?
It's my first day.
Since I've never seen you before, maybe it is your first day. Very well, carry on.
Sir, that's Homer Simpson. He's been working here for 10 years.
Really? Why did you think you could lie to me?
It's my first day.
Well, why didn't you say, go, whoa, you're fired.
Hello, welcome once again to Late Tales. I'm Steve Laytail. I'm here to announce that I'm not a Freemason. I'm not a Freemason.
Pushing a button and turning a dial.
It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. But it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. Images over and over again. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. Realistic. It looks kind of flat.
Either they're wrong, or they're out of office, or the world is flat after all.
Flat.
You know.
It's just natural. It's not a great disaster. People keep talking about it as if it's the end of the earth. It's talking about it as if it's the end of the earth. It's
flat. Do you remember? It's flat. Clear all confusion now. People don't know what to do.
Take a look at this right here. Bam, 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 bam.
So listen to me preach. Around ball, shoot, throw that ball in the hoop. Take me in the air with the parachute. When I come down, I tell you this: the world's flat, mother sucker. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just take a look around. DJ Cowboy. Miss Elliot say flat is flat and that is that. I don't care about science or facts or fact. Try to prove what you want, but you're a fool. Flat Earthers know the rule. Gravity's a lie, we never been to the moon. Look what happens when I drop this spoon, and behind the moon I see a cloud. Now what's that all about? Now, I don't believe what I don't see. What I can see is what I believe. I've never been to outer space, so let me just state my case. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just take a look around. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just take a look around. The world spins like this record on my turntable. Yeah. And you know I'm willing and able to let you all know, to let it all go. The earth is flat and goes to show. No. We know all, you know none. Let me end it now before it's begun. We are right, you are wrong. Now listen to the song. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just take a look around. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth and round. flat earth is flat, flat earth ain't round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat earth is flat, flat earth ain't round. Just take a look around. Just take a look around. Flat earth.
Bound to sell. Picture us going out on the 4th of July. And if you heard we were celebrating.
Look, all I can tell you is this. If there's money in foreign banks, because they say they are, I doubt I'll ever get to use it, but we'll see what happens in the future. So that's the end of that. Hopefully you got that. We put that to bed.
Event. Wasn't a question. I just want to tell everyone.
The Mason?
Here's why I believe that the lunar landing was fake. Because there is no way you can have a power source that strong at that time in history, at that time in history, at that time in history, at that time in history,
Wednesday, the greatest American hero heads into all new troubles. But it's gonna take more than tricks to help Bill nab this flamethrower. It's gonna take the greatest American hero.
Wednesday.
And Road Apples from Tragically Hip. $9.97 cassette, $16.97 compact disc. Get an earful of hits now at Kmart.
Earth is flat.
Set your mind, yeah? Hashtag rewrite reality, cause Earth is flat. Hashtag rewrite reality, yeah?
Is the Earth flat or round?
Flat earthers! 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 Flat earthers!
Den som jämt står, det ser man ju, då är det så. Och jorden är platsen, men det ser jag. Jorden är härlig, och jorden är platsen, men det ser jag.
If you don't want to meet any new people, why'd you agree to go out with them?
Because Carrie can't know about the dome.
and a great supporter of Israel.
Selling tries to get a little more, so the actual selling price would be like 3.3 million.
In foreign accounts, no question about it. The government took a lot out of me. I had a $15 million restitution. I had $33 million in a bank in Austria that I originally
mean.
Very special VFX video for all of you.
Is the earth flat or not?
Everything that you've been taught when you was a child is BS. The boat is going far away. It should be floating down when the earth is going around, but it stays flat the whole time. At a certain point, at a certain amount of miles, it should start to curve down. A boat, you should start to see the top of the sailboat when it's going down like that. School is the truth. School out here lying about every goddamn thing. What are you talking about, man? It's this shape, and it has a nice icicle wall around so we can't fall out that bitch.
All right, that's ridiculous. It's you. You gotta distance yourself to see the full spectrum.
No, in a certain amount of miles, you can see that. Like when you have a lighthouse flashing the light, when the boat's, it's supposed to be a certain type of distance where you can't see the light anymore. You can still see the light from miles and miles away, man. Come on, bruh. You see these pictures from NASA? Them shits look fakey-eyed than a mug. Do the research on your own and stop believing what the man is out here saying to us.
Truth obsession, expressing my soul through the message I'm sending. Utilize these lessons to lift your depression, to free yourself from demonic possession. Clones buy homes with loans, all trapped by drones and stuck on their phones. Social media keeps them low, never looking out the window, staying home alone. More to life than most sheeple know. There's more to life than just selling your soul. Seek truth they keep from you while feeding you the lies in the news. Stand up and choose a side. Time to decide. Time to open your eyes. Truth magnified, rising inside. You're all out of time, so swallow your pride. A world of war begins to spill the blood of the innocent. Don't be fooled by the lies in the school. Teach yourself to be wise.
A PS Records
Education, indoctrination, contamination of every nation. Toxification with deviation, devastation, incarceration. Guilt by association with no investigation, no explanation. Taxation, no representation. Leave the plantation. Self-realization, self-determination. A world of war begins to spill the blood of the listen. Don't be trapped by the cries of a fool. Let your eyes on the prize. Don't be fooled by the lies in the school. Teach yourself to be wise.